Hi guys, welcome to another video from the Car Care Detailing. I've been asked a few times to do a video on interiors. I haven't done one on interiors before. It's not always a bit hard for the camera and to get the pictures, but I've got a couple-year-old Porsche in. It's got 34,000 miles on it. The interior is not filthy, but it's a little bit grubby. I've done some 50/50s already to show you the difference and to explain why one side is like this and one side's like that. I'll go through some of the products I'm using, and then I'll give you a quick demonstration on some techniques of how I clean the leather interior, and then I'll just briefly talk about the protection afterwards. So I'm just going to pop you down here so you can have a look, and then we'll go from there. Here we have the interior. Red, 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 and some more red. If you like red, it's a good car to have. But here's the leather. I'm doing this seat now, and if you can see there, there's a 50/50 there, there's a 50/50 here, and I've just finished that one there. So on here, you can see here a clear line. This is dirty leather there, and this is the clean leather. Notice the clean leather is in a satin finish or matte, and the dirty leather is glossy. Shiny glossy leather is dirty, and you can't feel this, but as I drag my finger across there, it drags. As I drag my finger across there, it runs smooth. This is just grease from jeans, body skin, etc, etc, etc. So if you ever see your leather, and as you can see there, that's shiny. If it looks shiny, it's generally dirty. And this bit didn't actually look too bad until I cleaned this side. So I'm going to clean this whole seat. I've done this bit already. I've come down here, and obviously these 50/50s here and here. So I'll just talk through some of the products I'm using. First of all, I have that was clean, bucket of water with the microfiber towels. Every time I do a pass on the leather, I rinse the dirt out in the bucket, and that is just from this part of the seat. That's how dirty the seats were. I'm also going to be using, you can use a cheap nail brush. That's been used many times by me. This is a dedicated leather brush from reapair. Heaven for Leather from Angel Wax. Now I use this for a mild clean. I'm sure Angel Wax will say that it will clean anything, and I'm sure it will, given the right technique and the process. But I use this for mildly dirty parts of the car. This was used on that door card. It wasn't very grimy, and because of the spray bottle action combined with the brush, it worked really well. For the seats, this is my go-to product. It's from Furniture Clinic. It's a leather ultra clean. It's quite a strong cleaner, and I use it in a foaming spray. And there you can see Furniture Clinic FC Ultra Clean UC, and that's in a foaming bottle. I apply the foam onto the brush and then work that into the leather. Once the foam has started to disappear, that means the dirt's been lifted off, and then I wipe with my microfiber towel and then rinse that. So I'm going to try and put you on the dash somewhere so you can see the technique of what I'm doing. Right, I'm going to clean this part of the seat. It's irrelevant which part of the seat I clean, but that'll probably be the easiest bit I can get on camera. And I'm going to use my reapair leather brush, the Furniture Clinic Ultra Clean in a foaming bottle. Now the foaming bottle is probably the key part of all of this. The foam, and with the mild agitation with this brush, is what really starts to lift the dirt out. And as you can see here, I don't know if the camera can pick it up from there, that 50/50 that I showed you earlier, that was purely done with this. Now a lot of people are using spray triggers, and that works, like the Angel Wax, as I said, that worked really well on here because it wasn't that dirty. It's nice hard surfaces, but to really get into this leather and give this a clean, this is what I use. So I'll do these sections here. I'll start with this one, and I always break it up into different sections. You might be able to clean a whole seat in one go. That's not how I do it. So I'm going to do panel by panel by panel, and I'll start at the top because as I'm cleaning this, dirt and chemicals will run down. So start there and then I'll work the way through. So just with my foaming bottle, foam up, put that down there, and then I just literally, that is it. And you can see the foam. I get right into all the creases, like that, and just a nice circular motion. You're not really scraping across the leather, but you can see that foam really starting to foam up now. And especially with this ultra clean, when it stops foaming, that's when the foam is full of dirt. But as I said, these seats aren't ridiculously dirty, they just need a good liven up. So that's it. As far as, because of the test panels I've done, there'll be, here's my bucket, as I said, with the water. Let's give that a good rinse just to remove that, and that just lifts all the dirt off of the surface. Just fold that up. You don't want to soak it, it's just damp enough just to lift that off. That'll go back in to rinse that off. And it's as simple as that. And I will just repeat the process the next 2 times while I'm there. Because of the dampness of this, you won't actually see the clean, but it will clean just the same as these have here. Back on here, I always put it on here rather than on the leather, and that's it. Good agitation, again in all the creases. One thing with the furniture clean, as opposed to say the Angel Wax or the CarPro leather clean dedicated inside, it's called the CarPro one, which is equally a good product. This is a bit smelly. This is the cleaner power. This is down to some of the ingredients. One of those being ammonia based. As I don't know if the camera can pick that up. That's just starting to lose its foam, which means that's full of dirt now. Back to me microfiber towel, and I'm just using these. I think they're the Kirkland general purpose towels. They're ideal for this. Back in and rinse, and what I'll do, I'll show you this bucket of water afterwards again. Not the most exciting things to watch, but I have been asked about it, and that's the compressor gone. That's the compressor for the ramp and all blown out. It's the noisiest thing I've got. It makes me jump every time it goes on. I used to stop the videos. As I said, I used to stop the videos when that went off because I always forget to turn the thing off. But it's only cleaning this leather. It wasn't really much to say. So you can see just the foam's just starting to break down. And that might actually, that piece there, might actually need another clean. But I won't know until that's dried. And what I'm going to do, I'll go round to do the passenger side, then I'll come back and check this because it'll be dried by then. It doesn't take long to dry because we're not using loads of water. It's just damp enough to lift that product. Yeah, the foam's all gone, which means the foam and this stuff on the top is full of the dirt, which is exactly what you want. Right, that's the technique for that. For things like steering wheels, and then this steering wheel's already been done, I sheet up everything because you can imagine this brush as it come round like that, it's going to flick products every which way but where you want it, and they'll get into all these binnacles and it just causes more mess. So I sheet everything up. That's the basic principle behind the leather cleaning. I'll just bring you back round here in a sec and I'll just recap on the products, and then I'll talk about the protection I'm going to put on this. So come round. That's the panel that's been done. You can see that's a nice, that's dried now, it's a nice satin matte finish. Compare that to the bit I haven't done, which is still shiny. And over here, mind the fly, that's still shiny, that's still to be done. So that's it for the leather cleaning. I'll just recap over the product and then quickly talk about protection. The Angel Wax, Heaven for Leather, really good. The Furniture Clinic Ultra Clean, and they're on the little foaming brush. Bucket of water. You saw the bucket of water at the start. Okay, it was still dirty at the start, but now you can see it's even dirty, and that's just from that panel. And then we go on to protection. Protection for slightly older vehicles, I tend to use this from Furniture Clinic. It's really, really good. But for this, because it's quite new and the leather's really responded really well, I'm going to use the L1 leather guard from G-Technic. It's biocoat protected. It means it's antibacterial, which means that if you want to lick your leather, you probably could. I certainly wouldn't advise it, but it's antibacterial. But it's also anti-marring to a degree, anti-static and anti-marring. So as you get in and you brush against the leather, it will resist some of that marring, which is also very, very cool. So that's about it, really. So that's it, really. The two key things, which I think is probably key to the leather cleaning. The products are really good, but I think the key point is the foaming bottle and the brush. Yes, the trigger sprays with the damp microfiber cloth will clean, but I just think this adds that extra bit of bite to the leather. So, as I said, people have asked me to do videos on interiors. This is the first of maybe a few that I'll do. If you've got any comments about the products or the technique, or you want to know something else, just pop a comment down in the comments below. And if you've liked what I've done today, just give the video a thumbs up. Cheers guys, thanks for watching.